What's up, guys? So consider joining our locals. If you like the fact that we catch predators nationwide, it's not possible without you joining our locals. On locals, you get to see over 20 catches early and completely uncensored. You get to see live predator confrontations as they happen, and you get to support the movement that has an arrest in 43 different states and convictions in 24. We do travel the most and catch the sickest. It's only $7 a month. You get more early content than Rumble. We do big content dumps every single month on locals, and can't do this without you guys. Consider joining locals.
He's def there. He asked me to walk over to the office building. He's definitely there. Is anybody getting out of that car?
Hello?
Hey, we just saw a car pull up right in front of, and it looks black, and nobody's gotten out yet.
Okay. He's telling me to walk up to the office building.
Which is what?
Yeah, I would assume it would be in the front.
He's backing up.
Oh.
Okay, no. That's a woman. Passenger. There's a passenger getting out. It's that one.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna pull up to on his right. Or he's gonna be looking on the right. All right, we're driving up.
Just don't block him, man.
Yeah. That's him.
Should be able to get out?
No, just a second. Do you live here?
Why?
It's about messages to Ari we got to go over, okay? You mind stepping out real quick?
What's that?
It's about messages to Ari, Andrew, okay?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, we already have your license plate. I'm not trying to do this in front of okay? I'm just here to talk to you, all right? So do you mind stepping out?
I'm not here for anything.
Okay, hey, I'm not going to argue with you right now, okay? I just want to have a conversation with you.
Can you tell me who you are?
My name's Gordon, okay? I'm not going to argue with you about any of this, all right? I just want to have a conversation about it. I know you're not a bad person, all right? I know you got kids and a wife at home. I'm not trying to do it over in Fort Wayne, okay? I'm just down to talk to you right here, okay? We can have a conversation away from everybody else where nobody can overhear so they don't call anybody. I'm cool with that, all right? Because I know you're a hardworking dude, but let's have a conversation about this, okay?
But who are you with?
Who am I with?
Yeah.
Well, we're just a group called Kid Protectors USA, and, you know, I'm down to just keep it between us, okay? But like I said...
I believe you.
Huh?
How do I believe that?
How do you believe that? Well, what choice do you have, man? You know, I could have just came to Fort Wayne. I didn't have to do it right here, right? I could have just done it in front of and your two kids. I could have done it in front of them.
Yeah, I don't want.
Okay. I'm just saying, that's not what the last thing I want to do is see families go to shit, okay? You know, I grew up with divorced parents too, okay? That's not something I like to see. Everybody has little hiccups, okay? And I'm not immune to that, okay? The roles could be reversed right now. You could be talking to me about anything I've done in my life too, okay? I'm just here to talk to you. I know you got a good job and everything. Again, I'm not trying to bring, I didn't do it at your job. I didn't do it at your office, okay? I did it here because I guess nobody knows who you are here, and I'm just down to talk to you, okay? Because, look, this could have gone, I'm sure you know, I didn't have to come here talking to you about it. You understand that, right?
Yeah. Well, let's talk then.
All right. Let's go to.
Can you just get in my car?
Do you have any weapons in the car?
No, I don't.
Okay. I am down to get in your car. I have two people with me for safety. None of us are packing, but
It's fine.
Okay.
You clearly know things about me. I'm not gonna do anything to you.
Okay. Everything's recorded.
Plus, you're a big guy. So.
Well, you are too.
No, I'm not.
All right. Well. All right. I'm gonna have them come in. If I'm gonna come in, they're gonna come in. And they're all recording for safety reasons. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I gotta get a bigger people. And again, if anybody asks what's going on here, like if an apartment manager knocks on the door, we can always just go to the park and talk about it, okay? Because this ain't something that like, go ahead and take this off. This isn't something that I'm trying to bring to anybody. Like, I'm not trying to tell the apartment manager like what's going on here or anything. I don't need that in your life or mine.
Okay, so what do we do?
Well, let's just kind of go over what happened, okay? Because what I'm trying to figure out is kind of why this happened, if it'll ever happen again, okay? It's easy to say, I mean, anybody approached about something is going to say it's not going to happen again, but let's actually get to the bottom of this, right? We're throwing our work, right? You're throwing them over there, right? So, just curious, I don't need you to tell me the company you work for. I don't need you to say that on any type of recording or anything, but what do you do for work?
Insurance.
Okay. Well, thanks for, like, any type of insurance you do, or?
I'm sorry?
Like, what kind of insurance do you specialize in?
I sell insurance.
Okay. Well, I hope you do that, like a fair rate and stuff like that. You don't like people over with that?
Right.
Good. I appreciate that. That's something near and dear to my heart because I'm originally from Houston, Texas, and my parents' house flooded a few years after I moved out during Hurricane Harvey. And I mean, if it wasn't for a good-ass insurance agent, you know, you could live in some place like this. Not trying to shit on these people, but, you know, I appreciate people like you. Do you know what I'm here to talk to you about?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we get into anything, how old is Ari?
I don't know exactly. I didn't really believe that she was real, to be honest.
All right, what's the age she told you?
I don't remember exactly.
Well, we're obviously sitting here having a conversation, so I mean, what age did she tell you she was?
She was a teenager. I don't know exactly.
Okay. So I do want to ask, you know, Andrew, how did this type of stuff like start for you, man? I'm not talking about Ari. I'm talking about kind of this stuff popping up on your friends list, this type of stuff. Because, you know, I'm not here to judge or anything. You know, I don't think you need any trouble for any of this. I think maybe some help if that's something you're willing to do. But I do want to know how this kind of stuff started, because it didn't start with you just showing up at this apartment. It didn't start with messaging Ari. It started with something. What do you think it was? Or what do you think it's been?
I don't know exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just curiosity more than anything.
Okay.
I don't want to hurt anybody.
Right. And that's not the vibe I'm getting with you at all. If it was, I wouldn't be here talking to you, okay? When do you think this curiosity started?
I don't know, maybe like a year or two ago.
Year or two?
Sometime.
Okay. What was the outlet to explore that curiosity?
I'm sorry, what?
Like, what was the outlet where you explored that curiosity on?
Facebook, I guess.
Okay. Any other apps?
No.
No.
No, I don't have any other apps.
Okay. No, like WhatsApp or anything?
No. I had it and then I got rid of WhatsApp.
Okay. Just curious, why'd you get rid of WhatsApp?
Because I didn't want it anymore.
Okay. Or was it because of like the people on there, or was it just like, what was it?
Just didn't want it anymore, so I deleted it.
Okay, fair enough. What do you like to do in your free time? Just like any hobbies or anything?
Can we just? Who did you say you're with again?
It's called Kid Protectors USA.
Okay. And why are you recording?
For everybody's safety. I mean, I'm literally in your car right now, and like you said, I'm a big guy.
Yeah. I'm not a big guy, but I under. What are you going to use the recording for?
Well, just for everybody's safety, because I want to end this recording where me and you are at a safe distance and we each depart in a safe way. That's what the recording's for. And if it's something that, if it's something that you want or whatever, I'm cool with that. You know.
I understand the situation. I just want to be able to know that I can trust you as well.
Right, because, you know, I look at every situation differently. Like, there are truly people who are out to hurt people, and you're not that guy. You're not that guy. I didn't think you were that guy for the first message all the way to now. I still don't think you were that guy, because if you were, I think what was said here would be a lot different than, you know what I'm trying to get at here. Like, it would be a lot different if you were actually out to hurt people. You know, a lot of this stuff, just looking through it, I mean, it seems like it was cordial conversation, so...
Yeah. What? I don't know what I was going to say. I can tell you this. So a few years ago, I had an affair with a woman.
Sure.
And in dealing with that and the consequences of that, talking about it with the therapist, and my wife, I kind of came to the realization that sometimes in my life I haven't necessarily seen consequences sometimes.
Never grounded as a kid or anything?
Right.
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
And so that's kind of the underlying issue. This is a very scary consequence right now.
Sure.
And I'm very scared. That is enough for me at this point to never talk to anybody ever again.
Right. Well, any man with morals would be scared. Only a would be like, I don't care, you know? So I mean, the fact that you actually are showing emotion about this, that tells me that it's something that can be turned around, you know? And, you know, if you just gave me the finger and said, oh, so what? You know, I'd be like, all right, well, yeah, so what's right? And I'm not getting that from you. I mean, you have kids who love you and you have a wife who stuck by you. Same wife as a couple years ago, right? Yeah. I mean, again, there's always going to be blips in everything. And, you know, it's not about, life isn't about, you know, conquering life isn't about, oh, just avoiding obstacles and avoiding mistakes or avoiding speed bumps. You'd have to compare yourself to Jesus or God to think that you can just avoid that. But, you know, it's about overcoming them. And that's where people can actually separate themselves from other people. Because I could go through here. I could probably go with messages or, you know, papers to every single person in this apartment and say, hey, I have something from this or that. And they'll be like, well, you know, some of them would give me the finger. Some of them would say, well, you know what? Yeah, it's something that I learned from. It's something that, you know, hey, it just happened. I was honest about it. And, you know, I was willing to conquer it without letting it overtake my life. And, you know, who knows how you're going to take it, right? But I'm hoping and I think that you're smart enough and you're actually moral enough to go through this route of like, hey, you know what? Let's just be honest about it. Let's figure out why it happened, and let's bottle this up and make this the worst and best day of our lives, right? So,
yeah, I have a daughter. I don't want anything to happen to her. I would never want anything bad to happen to her.
Right. So let's figure out. Let's put ourselves in her shoes. Let's put ourselves in the shoes of that father. And yeah, I'm not saying Ari's father, but yeah, the shoes of your daughter's father. It was you. And let's be honest about this, so it doesn't happen to your daughter. Okay? Because if we can figure out this, you know, because there's going to be people that hit your daughter up eventually. There are. You know, it's unavoidable, and you know, they're going to be a lot more severe than anything you ever have said to anybody.
Yeah.
And it's coming. But I think from this, it can be a learning experience for you to even teach your daughter safety online too. I mean, you don't have to tell her that this happened. I'm not expecting that, but you know, you can know a lot of things with that, and she'll wonder, how do you know it, you know? So
yeah, exactly. There's a lot to teach her about being safe.
Yeah.
Online. Exactly.
How old is your daughter?
11.
Okay, she's not too far off from that teenage stage where the messages are gonna be bombarding, you know.
Yeah.
So how much? I'm gonna ask again. Just be real, man. I don't think I should be even using these. If we're gonna be real about it, let's just be real about it, okay? How old did Ari tell you she was?
I think she was 13.
Okay, I appreciate your honesty. That's it. That honesty right there is a sign to me that you're taking this seriously and that it's a step in the right direction. I really think that. Thank you. So I'm just curious, where did the name David come from? Sounds like some NFL receiver from like the 90s. Like, where'd that come from?
I don't nowhere.
No, like, role model named David or anything? Okay. You just thought of it randomly or something?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Okay. Do you speak a little bit of Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay, is that because of the wife?
Yeah.
What's her country of origin? Just curious.
Mexico.
Nice. She from Mexico City or somewhere else? She's from Mexico City?
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, I actually have, my grandma's from Mexico City. You know, I didn't really get much of that, but, because the other three are all look like me, but my grandma's from Mexico City, so my mom's half. You're just Hispanic, just your offer name. I speak a little Spanish, but I'm white, Mexican, and Asian. Okay. Half white and half white. Yeah, that's a dad joke there. What is it about Ari that was kind of sparked your curiosity?
Well, I mean, she's pretty.
Fair enough. Us men are pretty simple with that. I feel
No,
you.
she definitely looked older, I mean, to be honest.
That's fair. Okay.
So what do we do moving forward now?
Well, let's kind of go over what was said here. How did the conversation kind of go with Ari?
But I guess I don't understand why we need to go over that right now, because you clearly know.
I know some of it. I know generally what was talked about, but have I sat here and read all 50 pages of this? No, I haven't. So, like, yeah, I mean, it's something I could figure out myself, absolutely, but I'd rather figure this out with you because, you know, if we're not working on it together, that means we're not working on it together. So, like, you know, it is something that I'd rather just have the blanks filled in. I could put these away. If we can just talk about it straight up, man to man, that's cool with me, man. Because you're a father and, you know, the example to your kids should be problem solving, okay? Not relying on me to solve your problems, okay? Because I want you...
I know what I'm going to do to solve the problem.
Okay, delete Facebook?
Well, I am going to delete that, but not just then create another one.
Right.
I'm not going to do that anymore.
Okay.
And you're right, it is easy to say that. I'm not sure how I can really prove that to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to, if I can.
Yeah, I can give you my number when we're done here.
That would be great.
Sure. My name is Gordon, by the way. I'm sorry to meet you like this.
No, you're doing good. I still don't know what to make of all this, but I mean, if everything is exactly how it is, then I'm impressed with the work that you're doing and the way that you carry yourself.
Yeah.
It's admirable, actually.
Well, you know, because, Andrew, the thing is that, you know, I'm not judgmental about pretty much it. If you somebody, yeah, you know, what am I going to do? Pretend that it's all fine and dandy? It's really not. The only thing that I'm judgmental about is like if people just kind of aren't honest about whatever happens, you know, because I employ people. I'm not just not on this, but just I employ people, and you know I have a side business, and you know I have this analogy where I had two people who, you know, I'm originally from Houston, so you know I got some Mexicans that have worked for me before. Two of them the toilet really badly at our place, and you know, it's like 2 days in a row. And, you know, I had both of them. One of their names was Pablo and the other one's name was Jesus. I had both of them and I was like, hey man, look, which one of you guys the toilet? Pablo was honest about it. And he's like, yeah, you know, I had some Taco Bell. We have a lot of taco trucks by our house too. You know, Jesus was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, dude, I saw you walk into the bathroom. So which one of them do you think I was like, all right, that's fine. I mean, I'll clean it up. Just don't do it again. Versus that I wanted to get rid of. I was with the honest one, right? So take that with this. I mean, if I had two people who were in the situation and one of them was just completely like, oh, you know, this is stupid, and the other one was like, hey man, look, this happened, this is why it happened, you know, I'm willing to address this. Who do you think I would deal with in a better way, right? Like who do you think I'd freaking say, hey, you know what, let's turn this around, right? So that's why I'm asking, like, what happened with some of these messages.
Yeah. What do you want to know exactly?
Kind of, what did she say to you? What did y'all say to her? And all that type of stuff.
She said she did school online, and I mean, do you just mean in general, or like?
Yeah, just if we can do start to finish without even these.
She said, yeah. So then I just talked to her a little bit. She said she just lived with her mom, without a dad, and she seemed older, kind of acted a little bit that way.
Sure.
Did a couple video calls.
Okay.
Which, I mean, doesn't matter, but I'm wondering who that person was now, but it doesn't matter.
Well, if you're going to be honest with me, I'll be honest with you. That's a decoy. So that's, you know, obviously the pictures, like you said, are age regressed. So, but yeah, keep being honest with me.
Is it like AI generated or what?
No, in a way. So it can make me or you look like a kid, pretty much. Like, I'm not saying we made her look like a kid, but I mean, like, it can make me and you look like a 5-year-old. So, something like that. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of, just as basically small talk. I tried to kind of get to know her a little bit. I kind of had a hard time believing that she lived in this area.
Did you do anything to prove it?
I asked her to prove it, and I didn't really buy what she did. She did like where she took a picture of like where her phone was or something. But, I mean, honestly, the thought crossed my mind a million times that I thought maybe this person isn't real.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of came here to see if she was, and because I still didn't really believe it, and that's why I didn't even go into the apartment. I was thinking, what am I gonna do if she is real? Because I don't really think she is, and that's why I didn't really plan on doing anything. I was just gonna kind of look and then drive off, and you know, and then just, I don't know what. I didn't have a plan then at that point, but I wasn't gonna meet with her today, as weird as that sounds, because I'm, as you said, I'm not that kind of a person. Like I'm scared to actually.
Was there anything else like talked about, like besides school and location and all of
that? She told me about her like music and yeah, the kind of music she liked and stuff like that. We didn't really talk about anything else.
Was there anything like risque or flirtatious talked about?
I don't think so. Not on a day-to-day basis. I guess there might have been one night. Yeah, I think there was one time.
What did she talk about with you that night?
She just asked like what we're gonna do if we meet each other, and
Mm-hmm. And what did y'all say?
And we talked about like kissing, and she said she'd never kissed anybody, and yeah, that was the kind of the one conversation that was like that.
Was there anything besides kissing discussed too, or?
Not in specific terms, I don't think.
What do you like? What would be the broad terms described then there?
Like we could, basically like she just implied that she hadn't done anything with anybody, and that then I could teach her basically.
Okay. What were some of the things she was agreeing to be taught?
That wasn't specific.
Okay. Was there anything like talked about?
And I was participating, but that never came up again because I actually didn't really feel comfortable doing it. I think I was drinking that night, and I was kind of, I did do that the one night, but beyond that, I don't think there was any discussion about specific things. I think she asked at different times, and I never said anything else after that time.
Okay. Were there like any messages about like where the kissing was going to take, where she wanted to be kissed or anything like that?
I mean, kissing, I assume, is on the lips.
Right.
I think I asked her if she had ever kissed anybody, and she said no.
Okay. Was there any like licking talked about or anything like that?
I don't remember exactly if there was.
So I told you that I skimmed through it and read every single one.
Yeah, you have the messages, so.
Right.
Like I said, I think it was just the one time, and I don't remember that conversation exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it was late at night, and I had a couple drinks.
So here, I want to kiss you. I want to taste your. Then you can taste part of mine. Then I'll deeply kiss you while I body.
Yeah. Okay.
She said, "Whoa, hee, I'll let you." All right. So, what if she said no to that?
What if she had said no to that?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Okay. Okay. So they wouldn't have continued the conversation if she said no to that.
Yeah, it wouldn't have bothered me. I probably would have kept talking to her a little bit.
Sure.
I was never gonna force anything.
Okay.
If it ever came to anything, but
okay.
I guess I'm not sure how to answer that. In what way to answer that exactly?
Well, I mean, you said you wouldn't force anything, and that's something I genuinely appreciate, because I think that's a very big distinction between force versus consensual.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that I believe that was the only time that any of that kind of talk happened.
Okay. Then I'll deeply kiss you while I body. So, I mean, we're all guys here, but we're what would enter mean, at least in this context here?
I mean, could be like, I don't know, I guess. I mean, could be like,
I'm right here to
drink. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Anything else it could mean at all?
Well, of course it could mean other things, yeah.
Okay. The reason I don't like hypotheticals is because, it could mean all of that. So I'm not asking you specifics because I'm trying to say, oh, look at you. I'm asking you specifics so we can cross out the terrible things, because it could mean a lot of things. Yeah, enter your body. That could mean taking her in the right. So that's what I'm asking you specifics, because other things
definitely not that.
Oh, so yeah, so I don't think so. So other things can mean. So by other things, it could leave it up to all the imagination, the darkest depths of everything. So that's why I'm asking, what specific other things did you mean in this context?
Well, I meant with my hand, and then I guess ultimately, possibly.
Okay. Anything else besides that?
No.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's fair. That really narrows down a lot of the bad shit, so I appreciate. By narrows down, I mean it eliminates a lot of the bad shit.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
But again, I if we're, again, going back to being honest, this was, I guess, more of that just talk was a kind of a way for me to, it was more of that curiosity aspect.
Okay.
To see kind of how that would look.
Yeah, I got you. See, yeah, but I've never done anything before. Don't worry about that. I'll show you everything, and I'll be gentle. I'll be your teacher. How many days a week do you work?
5 usually.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how often do you drink alcohol?
It varies.
Okay. Are you like a weekend drinker, or a day drinker? Like, what do you like?
Usually it's every day, like a couple beers every day, usually. But or like a couple glasses of wine.
Sure.
On the weekend it might be more.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a real heavy drinker.
Well, we're in Indiana. There's not really that much to do besides drink. But I see you wine, okay? I see you're a salesman, okay? You upgraded from beer, okay? I see you.
I mean, I have a liquor too, but I usually don't drink that.
Do you have like a favorite you drink?
No, not really.
Got it. Yeah.
Just anything good.
I was a simple Bud Light dude, but when they got that Dylan Mulvaney guy, I was like, bruh.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird to me. Okay. I'd love to stroke your hair while I'm giving you a little kiss. I mean, is there something specific you'd like to do?
Yeah, I think after that one night, I don't think there was any other talk about those kind of things.
Mm-hmm. So here you said the age doesn't really matter. What makes you special is you're interesting, you're beautiful, I like talking to you, and you're close by as well. That's also important.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, did the age actually matter to you there, or did you like her for her, or?
I did like her, yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, clearly it's wrong.
Oh, no, but I'm saying, like, is the thing you liked about her the fact that she was 13, or the fact that you like about her for her is what I'm asking?
I did enjoy talking to her.
Okay. Well, I do appreciate that, because that actually tells me that you didn't want to actually hurt her, and I appreciate that. Okay. So I wanted to ask this, since you like older guys, are you looking for a daddy? Do you want me to be your daddy? And she said, is that what people call it? And it was said here, haha, I think so. I've never been a daddy, so I'm not positive, but yeah, I think so. Like, not all the times, but sometimes. What was kind of the appeal with that, or?
It wasn't really, and that's why I never really pursued that angle.
Okay. What made you try it, I guess?
I was curious to see what her answer was, because I looked at her profile and it seemed like she had a bunch of older guys as her friends.
Sure.
So, I was kind of curious where she was coming from when it came to that. But that, in terms of me, that wasn't really anything that I care about.
Okay. What if she was just answer this honestly. What if she was really into it?
I think it's a little weird, to be honest with you. I mean, I might have tried to kind of go that route a little bit, but I don't think that's... I think it's a little weird, because I have a daughter, so it's, I don't really I wouldn't have been able to keep that up.
Okay, just something maybe you would have tried here or there or something like that.
I don't think it would have been any different than what it was, which was nothing. Then after that conversation, even if she said she was like really into that, I don't think it would have been any different.
Okay. So here, we can role play that whenever you want, but it wouldn't have to be all the time. So I want to ask, like, how are you hoping this would have gone, like, with Ari? I don't mean just today, but I mean, like, how are you hoping, like, this would develop, like, this whole, like, friendship type thing y'all had?
I'm not sure. You say your name is George or Jordan?
Gordon.
Gordon? I'm trying to be as honest as I can. The more I actually this seems strange. Probably because I'm sitting here right now talking to you. I didn't think that she was real, so I didn't really think anything would ever happen because I didn't think that she was real.
Well, I'm just going to say if she was real, because obviously that was the hope, because you're here right now, so.
To see if she was, yeah, I guess.
Okay. But obviously this all these conversations
if
wouldn't.
she was real, and I found that out today, I don't know if I can give you a concrete answer because that would have been, I think I would have been a little surprised because I didn't think that she was. As I said originally, that I didn't go to the apartment. I don't think I was going to actually meet her. If she was real, I kind of wanted to see her, to see if she was. And then I probably would have went back and had a rethink about it all. But that's as best kind of as I can give you at the moment. I mean, I don't know really exactly what to tell you there.
Well, what were you thinking throughout the conversation? You know,
I thought it was strange that she's willing to like meet with people. That's what I was thinking.
Right, but it looks like through the conversation, I mean, you know, nobody messes with a fake person for 2 months or whatever. Nobody wants to mess with a fake person for 2 months. You know, nobody's gonna sit here like, oh, I hope this is fake. I mean, obviously, I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you. I mean, you obviously hoped it was real, obviously, but you know, that makes sense.
I don't know if I could have gone through with anything, with meeting her if she was real. And I guess that's a hypothetical. And as you said, you don't like talking in hypotheticals, but I don't know if I don't think I could have actually gone through with like hanging out with her if she was real.
Okay. Well, you weren't hoping to have this conversation, or you weren't hoping for people to be here waiting for you.
What I was hoping was that she just wouldn't come out, and then I was getting ready to leave.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna just stop you right there, man. Like, that's just not true. I mean, nobody comes 30 minutes, hopes nothing happens, and just goes away. I mean, that's just right.
I pushed back just a tad there. If I could have gone to the apartment, I didn't.
But it wasn't Ari, the idea of Ari that stopped you. It's the idea of something happening to you. I mean, that's apparent because, you know, I'm going to bring up phone calls that, you know, Ari and you had where we said from you that, you know, the laws are stupid. You know, I'm paraphrasing. The laws are stupid. They shouldn't be this way, but unfortunately they are. Okay. So let's just write off that I'm hoping she wasn't real. I was just not going to go see her. Let's write that part off, because that's just not true. That's just not true. What made you say the laws are? Do you remember saying the laws are kind of stupid or something to that extent?
I honestly, Gordon, I actually don't remember saying that exact thing.
Right. I don't think the exact word was the laws are stupid. I think the exact word is like, the law is this way, it shouldn't be. Something to that extent was said on the phone.
I don't remember talking about the law with her. I really don't.
Or something about society or something like that. Something was said about the age gap, and it was referred to you by like, that's just how it's looked at. I don't agree with it. Something to that extent.
Okay. I mean, what are you looking for there?
Well, I'm just asking, like, why? What makes you kind of feel that way?
I don't actually think that way.
Okay.
As I said, I have a daughter that I wouldn't want anything to happen to, or a son for that matter. I mean,
yeah, it could happen to them too.
Either one, but I in the deepest part of me, I don't actually think there's anything wrong with laws in that regard.
Sure. Well, what compelled you to just tell Ari that on the phone, though?
I don't remember saying that, and I'm not doubting. Obviously, you got that from somewhere on the recordings.
Well, if you don't remember saying it on the phone, obviously that wasn't something that just popped to your head immediately. That's something that you've been thinking about for a while. That just doesn't come out of your mouth the first time on the phone. So, fine. How about not on the...
I was probably just kind of, I was probably just going along with it, basically, is what I probably did.
Right, but I mean, every single word there, I mean, with the whole going along with it, I mean, that tells me there was a hope that she was real, and a hope that this could be real. I'm not saying that, who's to say what would happen here. I'm just saying there is obviously a hope that she was real on your end, and that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of. Like, why is that hope there? And because I mean, the emojis, that doesn't, you don't say that, you don't send that to a Nigerian scammer. And I think, especially you being on Facebook, you being a logical guy who's in the insurance industry, I think you can distinguish very quickly what's fake and what's real. And I don't think you've ever talked to a profile for 2 months straight that you thought was fake. That's just, come on, man, you're too smart for that. If I was sitting with some in a trailer park who thought he was talking to Selena Gomez for 2 months, or to Kim Kardashian for 2 months, all right.
Well, I guess I wouldn't. Yeah, and I'm not trying to argue there. I'm just saying I've always had my doubts, as also it shows up. I just never fully bought it.
Right.
And so I did have doubts that she was real.
That's fair, but I think to hear that, oh, I just knew she wasn't real, that's just not true.
I didn't say it. If I said that, I apologize.
Okay.
I didn't mean that I knew that she wasn't real.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Okay. So what is it, more like something like 50-50 then?
Yeah, sure. We could go with 50-50.
Okay. Because, my thing here is, what were y'all talking about, like, literally just today, before you came here?
Meeting up.
Mm-hmm. Were there any, like, stipulations with that or anything? Like, any type of, hey, any type of, like, reservations that you expressed to her with anything about meeting up?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because I have messages here, basically, people set people up.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. I told her that was one. Yeah, I misunderstood.
Sure.
Yes, I had a fear that of this exact same thing happening, basically.
Okay. Did she ever give you a name of her mom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what did she end up saying? Okay. Why did she give you her mom's name?
Because I asked for it.
Okay.
I was trying to see if she was real, if this person was real or not.
Okay. So you said you were looking up like hospitals and stuff like that?
Well, she said that she worked at a hospital, so I was trying to look up to see if this person was real.
Okay. Which hospitals did you kind of look at to see?
I mean, like Parkview, I didn't like go detailed searches. I just was trying to look for people by that name that worked like as a nurse in the area.
Like that hospital, just kind of like that?
Yeah, I basically just looked at like Fort Wayne. I didn't really look at specific hospitals because I figured it would come up. And
Okay.
It didn't.
Got it. Got it. So, I mean, I just do want to ask because, I really don't think you're a bad person. But, asking like, I'd love to see you eating a grape. It's a snack. Send me a picture of you eating a grape. This is
Yeah, that was like that was kind of the first conversation, if I remember.
Sure. And I think that's more than a curiosity. I think this is more of like an infatuation that, you have with this, what's maybe started the curiosity. So, I mean, I want to ask, Andrew, and just be as truthful as possible because, look, I know men are not supposed to say, like, I need help, or men aren't supposed to be this way, but this is different because there's counseling for alcoholism, there's counseling for overeating even. Look at me. There's counseling for pretty much everything except for having, that slight attraction or curiosity for that that over the under 18 stuff. All right, I'm not saying that, because there's people out there that are looking at like little babies and shit like that. And that's not you. I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay. There's people out there like that. And I think there is no helping them. I'm just being honest. I'm sure you'd feel the same way about that. But even then, I mean, the people who just have a curiosity about like, whatever age on up that aren't just little kids, it's just not fair. There's no counseling for that. There's no help for that. There's no diversion or anything. There's really just not. It's just a complete write-off by pretty much everybody. And I don't think that's fair because in the end, I'm in the same camp as you are. I just want this to stop. I just don't want this happening. Not only to Ari, but to you too. I don't want this happening. So please answer this as truthfully as possible. Because even on Facebook, it starts from somewhere. Because that Facebook search has to come from somewhere. I mean, look, a lot of, you obviously know this is my first time talking to somebody. But, I've heard all the time, oh, the little kids just pop up on Facebook. And that's like, I hear that all the time. I go along with it. I'm like, all right, dude, because they're just so unintelligent that whatever. I can't even argue with them about it. But I think with you, you're actually smart enough to be honest about this type of stuff. I think you're actually willing to say, hey, look, this is something that I am willing to turn around. I'm willing to actually get some help for this. I don't know. So I'm going to ask, I don't believe necessarily that it just started on Facebook a year or two ago. Maybe it got exasperated, but how did this kind of curiosity / maybe a little bit of an attraction start towards younger ladies under 18? Or when did it? Let's start with that.
I don't know exactly. I guess. Yeah, it was probably maybe like 5-6 years ago, and Yeah, there's people online that I guess that's kind of how it started, where there are people online that live in other countries usually, and they tend to look a little bit older, but they're not, but like they're not that old. They're like fully developed and everything, so I mean they are kind of attractive.
Yeah, of course.
And so that, I guess it started with that.
Okay, but was that on Facebook or somewhere else?
Yeah.
So Facebook, not 1 or 2, but 5 or 6 years ago.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
But then I got rid of Facebook for a while, and then I created this account.
Okay, got you. Is there people online? Have you come across any other guys that were into like this type of stuff online that have chatted up you before or tried to talk to you?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. So what did you like lay your eyes on online then on Facebook? Like what did you look at?
What do you mean?
Like 5 or 6 years ago, what did you start looking at on Facebook?
I don't remember, to be honest, because I really don't remember how I found some of these teenage girls that I really don't remember how I found them.
Did they start talking to you, or did you start talking to them, or how'd that go?
I talked to a couple of them, and just not for a real long time at any one time.
Yeah. What were their age ranges?
Like 15, 16, 17.
Okay. How many were Ari's age?
I don't think there were any that were her age.
Okay. The rest were 15 and up.
As far as I remember, yeah.
Okay. Did they ever maybe try to get flirty with you or something?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay. Got it. Were there any, do you ever like maybe try to divert from, do you like just watch or anything like that?
I sometimes watch, yeah.
Okay. What sites do you go on for that? Got it.
Kind of the main one.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think if a guy hasn't been on, he's probably so. Well, they even have that on there too. If a guy hasn't been on, I just don't think he has. Okay. Is there any time where maybe some? Because I'm trying to figure out what gets these messages said here. I just don't think this is put into your mind just for you just thinking about this yourself. Like I just think there has to be something put into your mind. Like was there any of these accounts maybe trying to send you nudes of this type of stuff before?
No, I not that I can remember that there would be anybody.
Got it. I see. Does your wife like know about any of this stuff?
I hope not.
Oh no, I'm just asking. Like, did she? I'm not saying I'm about to go tell her. I'm just saying, like, did she know about this kind of curiosity you have?
No.
Okay. Is it something you ever planned on like divulging to her?
Probably not.
Okay. So how
we're already kind of on thin ice, so.
Oh really?
One thing would
break it.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you have like a good relationship with your kids?
With my kids?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
They think the world of me.
Got it. Any of them play like sports or anything, or do any extracurricular stuff?
Yeah.
Your son?
Yeah, he started soccer.
Nice. Like his coach or something, or you gonna coach at all, or?
No.
Oh.
Probably not.
I think it's important, to get them in sports because, when they're not on their phones, they're every time they kick a ball or throw a ball, they're not on their phones, and I think that's a big thing.
Yeah.
But
my daughter's in Taekwondo.
Nice. Man, she'd karate chop you for some of this stuff, but that's good, man. I mean, you're obviously a good parent. And, that's obviously something that I took into consideration by taking the time to talk to you, man. And I'm glad you're putting them in that type of stuff.
That's all I wanted to be.
Yeah. But but you being honest is being a good parent too. Because because you know that reflects to your kids, right? Your kids are going to see that, even if they don't see, they're not going to see this, but even if they see that honesty from you, they're going to just know. They can sense that. Kids they're spiritually intact with a lot of things. I don't know how religious you are. Are you religious?
I'm trying to be. I want to be more religious.
Okay, well, you believe, right? Right. Kids just know stuff, man. They just know stuff. Wanted to ask, have you ever been on like the Tor browser or the Onion browser before? No. Do you know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Has anybody tried to introduce it to you?
No.
No. Have you ever just went on there out of curiosity?
No, I haven't.
Okay. You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never been on the dark web.
Got it.
I tried, like I was curious a couple years ago, and I tried to download it, but then I never actually did it. It didn't work, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I just stopped.
Got it. What did it do when you tried to download it?
I have no idea. I don't remember. It seemed all way too confusing and scary.
Okay. I got it. Did it like have like an alert or something, or did it just like what happened? Did you delete it?
I really don't remember.
Okay.
But, yeah.
All right.
Is there any way we can kind of wrap this up so I can get home?
Well, you can do whatever you want, but you know, I do want to figure out some other things here too. You know, going back to some of the talk, it was talked about like, you know, I think Ari asked, hey, so what are we gonna do? And I think you said the stuff we talked about.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, you know, I'm not naive. We're all guys and we all have hormones and stuff, and especially on a thin marriage, I can relate to that, dude. Okay. I don't think this was because of her age, all right? I think there's a curiosity about that age range there that I think we can fix, but I don't think this was primarily about her age, okay? I think your marriage is on thin ice, and that's the most textbook thing to say. That's the most textbook thing to say, because she didn't verify that her mom's a nurse or anything like that. It's the most textbook thing to say, well, we meet at the park as friends. That's just so textbook, like... It's like when they're not 100% sure, they'll always the answer is always, oh well, we'll just meet as friends. That doesn't change anything, okay? Because it's just not true. It's just not true, because similar how you can say, well, just because I said something doesn't mean I don't mean it. That applies to that, I think, specifically the most. Okay. So I truly want to know, because the plan was originally to come to her apartment and to do stuff with her. Okay, we know that. I just want the truth about that. That's all. Okay. If the truth was just terrible and it was going to involve tying her up, I do want to hear it. But if it wasn't that, that's fine. I want to hear it. I want to hear it too. But we don't have to go tit for tat. Oh, I was just going to be here at the park as a friend. That's what they all say last minute when Ari can't prove the mom's real. Okay.
Yeah.
Just be honest about it. What was supposed to happen today? If she was real.
Okay. Well, we did talk about that.
Yeah, but I want the actual truth about it. That's it, man.
Yeah, and I understand. I'm gonna say two things.
Mm-hmm.
The truth, but they're both. I'll give you both answers. I actually believe that I was, as I said, I don't know what would have happened if I found out that she was real. Okay.
Okay.
That's part one.
Okay.
I guess, but to answer your question here, yes, it would have been basically going to her apartment, and I mean, I wouldn't have much time, so I also don't think anything was going to happen, but because originally she invited me to basically spend the night, and I didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess we'll say worst case scenario was we would have kissed and maybe done some physical things.
What do you think the farthest it could have gone physically is today?
The absolute farthest would have been probably in it.
But nothing forced or anything like that?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I never force anybody.
Okay. Because we're talking in hypotheticals, we can't say 100% anything for sure. I mean, you know, if you had condoms and handcuffs, it'd be like, well, yeah, we could say it's 100%. But basically, if she was real, the farthest it could have gone today is just consensual. Okay. I appreciate your honesty about that. Okay. So I do want to ask kind of about the dark web some, because, you know, if there was nothing on the dark web, it wouldn't have been relevant to tell me I just tried to download it and then this happened. It's just not relevant to anything, because I could just say, oh, well, if you ask me, have you been to Alaska before? I'm just going to say no. But the reality is, I've looked at plane tickets to Alaska. I never bought any. But I wouldn't need to tell you that. If everybody has asked me, because, you know, I've been to Montana before and those cool states. Everybody has asked me, have you been to Alaska? I'm just like, nah. I'm not like, well, I saw this plane ticket. It was $800 though, so I didn't go. No, that's just not relevant to anything. So when you tell me, I just try to download the dark web, just blurting that out. I know you've actually been on the dark web, just based on what you telling me that, okay?
I actually haven't been, Gordon. I haven't been on the dark web. I don't know what it looks like.
Okay. Have you just been on the Tor Onion browser at all?
That might have been what it was, but yeah, it didn't seem like it worked at all, really. Okay. And this was, I don't know, 3-4 years ago maybe. Okay. I don't remember exactly when it was. It wasn't recently, and I've never tried to install that browser again.
Is there anything that like, what did the browser look like when you opened it?
Again, I don't remember because it has been quite some time.
Okay.
And I'm not on the dark web, and I have no intention of being on there.
No, that I believe. Is there anything you downloaded the dark web for originally? Like, what was the hope there?
There was no hope. I was just trying to. That was curiosity. I was seeing what was there, but I've then read you don't want to even see what's there. Yeah.
Where'd you read that?
Anywhere. I mean, there's news places that say, you know, I mean, like places like Reddit or some of those, I mean, even news articles that talk about like what is the dark web and things like that.
Okay.
There is an element of curiosity, but at this point, I don't have any more curiosity about the dark web.
Okay.
I mean,
was some of that curiosity that have to do with some of this stuff? Just answer that honestly.
No.
No? Okay. Can you charge the phone? Can you just charge the phone up? Yeah, just chargers by that bag of pickles. Yeah, you have my phone there, right? Just charge that. Okay. So Andrew, my only hang up with everything, I think, you know, we've been 95% honest about everything. My only hang up is just let him get out here. Keep your car clean. You know, please tell me how you do it, because
no, it's
this is a rental. It has to be rental.
No.
God, you're a clean freak.
No, it was filthy a few months ago, and I had it detailed.
Okay. All right, pimp, I see you. Is this like a hybrid or something?
No.
Oh, nice. All right, based. So my kind of hang up with everything is, yeah, I get it. Like, it happens. Your marriage is on thin ice. I think there's a lot more factors that brought you here than, oh my God, a 13-year-old girl. You know, I get it. There's stuff. I think if your marriage was great, I don't think you'd be here right now, or even on Facebook for that matter. I'll give you credit for that. I do think, though, that there's been some instances where, because this just isn't you. This isn't you. This is not. This isn't how you naturally are. I just don't buy that. You're a father. I just don't think you'd be that way. I think there's been some instances where maybe it has been on the dark web, maybe it's people trying to show you this type of stuff, where people try to show you like basically nude pictures of younger ladies under 18, and it's kind of sparked something. That's what I think.
I've never been on the dark web.
Okay, well, maybe not on the dark web, but I mean people trying to basically show you this nudity of these younger ladies under 18. Not any pictures you took yourself or you produced yourself or that you traded for yourself. I mean, just people either sending it to you or trying to show it to you or get you into that type of. Because, you know, I know WhatsApp's a big app for that. It could have been on there. It could have been somewhere. I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah, I don't have WhatsApp anymore.
Okay. Has anything like that happened, though, truthfully? Because I don't think this just came out of thin air. I don't think the marriage is the only thing causing that either. I think there's some type of underage nudity that was shown to you that obviously you can go to a park and upskirt any girl. I get that. But that's what I'm kind of concerned about, because I think people that produce stuff like this underage nudity that take these types of pictures are the people that cause a lot of this shit to happen. Because it's you know, it's like they're the roots of the tree. You're on the tree. You're just a branch hanging out there. You know, all sad and you know, with your Vivek Ramaswamy hairline and you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm not concerned about you, but I'm concerned about you in the fact that I think people have shown you this online. It's like an influence. It's like I was in middle school. I see every Mexican smoking weed around me. I took a puff. You know. Mm-hmm. So is anything like that happened, Andrew? Where people try to show you this type of crap online? I think it has.
Yeah, some people, yeah. Somebody did send me nude pictures, and I deleted them on Facebook Messenger.
How long ago was this? Who did that?
I don't remember the name.
Like what? Any languages they were speaking?
Spanish.
Every time they always get. You know, I'm not. Like I said, my grandma's from Mexico. Your wife's from Mexico. Those Mexicans influence us so easily with either with their cooking or with like that. God, it's unbelievable, man.
I didn't like it.
Fair enough. Do you know how long ago this happened?
Maybe 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay. So now we're kind of building a timeline of why this could have potentially happened. Because not liking something, 5-year-old boys get by their uncle, then they turn gay. Doesn't mean they like getting. It just means it can happen. True. So what? First of all, I guess, what was the volume of what this guy was trying to give you? Like, how many pictures or images was this?
Just a few, not much.
All right.
Like 5, 4.
5. Okay.
I mean, there was a few. And I deleted them because I didn't like it and I didn't feel comfortable having that.
That's fair. How did that conversation go for him to send you that stuff?
I don't remember who approached who.
Mm-hmm.
I think they approached me.
Fair.
Yeah.
Was that on the Dave account or your Andrew or your main one?
Yeah.
Dave. That's fair. Okay, that would make more sense. Were these pictures, videos, or both?
There was one video.
Okay. Was this all like boys or girls?
Girls.
Okay. How long?
It has one girl, I guess.
One girl in the video?
Yeah.
Wait, was it one girl in the pictures and was it the same girl in the pictures and the video? Okay. Answer this truthfully. Like, if I hear, I mean, if it's the truth, it's the truth. But if I hear she was 16 or 17, I'm just not going to buy that for.
No, she was young. She was young.
If you had to put an age on it, how old?
Like 8, maybe.
8. Okay. So the video, what was she doing in the video?
Just kind of dancing a little bit.
Okay. Like, was she wearing anything?
No.
Okay. So, what part? You know. So was it her butt showing or her showing?
I think it was her butt, most of it, and then I think at the end she turned around.
Showed her. Okay. And then the pictures, what were they?
That same thing, basically.
Okay. So that did those pictures also show her too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you, man. If you got the Mexican, that's the biggest thing. So here's what I think happened, just based on my knowledge of kind of the rabbit hole that these people can put you through. Yeah. I think that on Facebook they were advertising a WhatsApp group, because WhatsApp groups, we have stuff like the, no, it's Christopher Columbus. I get it mixed up sometimes, but we got, if you're from Indianapolis, for them, those types of people. Then we got, just literally just pizza emojis. We got all that shit on WhatsApp. Yeah. So I'm just going to ask you what happened on WhatsApp.
And nothing.
Nothing.
WhatsApp.
Did they try to get you into a group on there?
No.
No. Okay. So how many other
I was never on a WhatsApp group.
On a WhatsApp group. Did anybody take you to WhatsApp to try to send you that type of stuff? No. Okay, so it all happened on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Okay. How many other instances did these people just try to send you that stuff?
That was it.
That was it?
One time.
Okay. Previously, in the past 5 or 6 years, were there any internet searches or any instances where people have tried to send you that stuff, sell you that stuff, any internet searches? Because I'm not going to lie to you, like I said, I didn't read all the chats. I haven't done my full research. It's stuff that we can do. You've used your real name, or definitely your real IP for a lot of shit. I don't want to find out, because after today, it's not going to end. As for your marriage and your kids getting on track, yeah, I think that can happen. But, basically my dive into kind of what's happened with you isn't going to end. It's not going to end. I'm going to verify some things, okay? And I hope you're prepared for that. But, if everything checks out, I'm cool, man. But this is why I just want to hear this from you now, because if I find out later, if I find out there was some dishonesty, if I find out there's some omission, that's not going to be something that I want. That's not going to be something that I want to find out. That's not going to be something that you're going to want to find out. Who's to say what would happen? I don't know. But all I know is that, the time to say it is just now, because I'm cool. If there's more, and I know there's more, because there always is. If there's more, then let's hear it, so we can just get all the demons out, get you on the right track. If you say you want to be religious, let's get these demons out, man. It starts now. So any internet searches that could have been pertaining to like teens, girls, anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it was like cute teens.
Sure. What would this be at? Or
because I know, there's not going to be teen pictures anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. Where would this be? Like, you type in cute teens where? Google. What would pop up?
Pictures of teen girls.
Okay.
Their faces fully clothed.
Yeah. Any searches for like just straight up young girls or anything like that?
Young girls?
Basically, were there any searches where you were hoping to find something younger than, like, say 12 to 13 year olds? Like,
no, I don't know. To me, that's I'm not attracted to that.
Okay.
At all.
What would you say your line is for any type of attraction or curiosity? Like, what age would be the absolute youngest that you could stand to look at?
Probably 12.
Okay.
I would say.
Okay, that's fair. So any other instances, like, I keep asking about the dark web, you keep telling me no, I'll take your word for it. Any other instances where potentially even on the dark web, or anybody else sending you this type of stuff, or maybe a link to this type of stuff, like these girls, any other, dig deep and try to find out?
No. Police is there for me.
That's probably because we're parked in a handicapped spot. At least I am parked in a handicapped spot. What? Is there anything on your phone we need to get rid of?
No.
CP-wise, anything?
No.
Okay.
The text messages for Arya?
Well, but that's just text messages. Step out of the car, man.
Why?
We're gonna tell him, like, we're gonna basically tell them like, hey, this was just kind of, we'll move, like, but you're the driver. We need to tell them that.
I don't. Yeah.
So come on, like, let's get this taken care of. But,
Hi. Hello.
how's it going?
What's going on?
Hey, there's just kind of a situation here. We're getting it taken care of here. Basically, Andrew just kind of made a mistake, and you're not going to meet a 13-year-old girl again, are you?
No.
Is it your last time doing it?
I'm never gonna.
Wait. So tell me what's going on here.
Well, basically,
Are we on like TV or something?
no. Basically, he was talking to me. He thought it was a 13-year-old girl. Said messages, showed up at the meeting spot, and that's your last time doing this, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're not going to let this happen again?
No.
Okay. Well, he said in front of you that it just happened. We have the messages here, and he admitted on camera he was going to have sex with her, all that type of stuff. So we want to turn that over to y'all.
Okay. What? Who are you folks?
We're a group called. We're from Houston, Texas, but we travel the country. We've been in Indiana lots of times. I mean, just a week ago, we had a guy arrested in Knox County, over near Evansville. So.
Okay. Nick, do you mind getting his information for me?
Yeah.
Can you step back over there for me? Okay. Do you have your ID with you, sir?
It's in my car. Maybe just go get it.
Yeah, of course you can.
All right.
And gentlemen, do you guys got your IDs?
Yeah,
you want
well.
to get them out for me? Yeah, if you don't, I'll take whatever.
Yeah. Let me get this in order for y'all. These aren't all this. This is not every single message. Just the key points that we have printed out for y'all.
Pablo, can I get a date of birth for you, sir?
Yes, sir.
God, he's a really talkative guy.
Oh.
Can you get me is my wallet in there?
Yeah, hold on.
Beautiful. Please.
Yep. 1 second.
Pablo, can I get a phone number for you, sir?
Throw it in there.
Okay, do you want me to turn them off?
I already unplugged it, so
Okay.
go ahead.
1 second. You gotta give me my.
Well, young man, why don't you just stand right over there for me? Stand right here by my car.
Stop it.
County is Fort Wayne.
It's Allen County. Yeah, same as Fort Wayne.
Got it.
Alex, you got a middle initial, pal?
L, yeah. Consensual, meaning that like he wasn't going to force anything on her, but you know if she wanted to do it, he would. And he also has mentioned a couple months ago on his Facebook account he received child what looked to be an 8-year-old girl.
Okay. Would you mind doing me a big favor?
Witness
Are you
statement?
kind of in charge of these folks?
Yeah.
Would you mind writing a witness
Yeah, I'll do
statement
it right
in
now.
as much detail as possible?
Sure.
Okay. Well, you can, since it's kind of cold out, you're more than welcome to have a seat in your car, and
That'll
I'll bring it to you.
All right,
Okay.
sounds good.
Do you have a Miranda with you? You want to read that, please? You can go ahead. I'll bring it to you. It kind of looks like you might be a little cold. A little bit.
Before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the courts. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and have him or her with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you for any question if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present. You will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer.
When you're in the car.
Does he want to talk to you?
Are you willing to talk about what happened?
Well, it's yes or no. You don't have to. I mean, but I prefer that when Ingrid gets here, she has a camera. You want to talk to the police today? Okay. I can't guarantee that's going to happen today. I don't know. We gotta work this out and figure out what's going on here. Okay. All right. Would you be willing to talk to an officer?
Family.
Well, I don't want to. I'm not going to give you any false promises here. I don't know if that'll help you get home or not. What I'm saying is, you understood your right, right? That he arrested you. Okay. Are you willing to talk to an officer today about what went on? If you don't, that's fine. That's your right. But it's kind of a yes or no. Do you have any guns, knives, or anything like that in your car? Okay. If it's okay with you, I'm gonna go ahead and shut your doors and stuff. I tell you what, partner, since it's raining out, you can just have a seat in your car. Okay? I tell you what, just have a seat in the back. Okay. So here's what's going on, okay? And I'll get a form out to read to you, okay? So basically, we're going to ask you for verbal consent to search your home and to seize any computer devices, such as your phone, any kind of computers, anything capable of storing images on your computer. Okay? Now, if you do not give us consent, that we're going to have to go through a search warrant, which we'd have to get a hold of the prosecutor's office, have to get a hold of the judge and things like that. More than likely, I'm just going to let you know they're going to sign it. Okay? So you can either give us verbal consent to go get those items out of your home, or you can say, no, you're going to have to get a search warrant, and we'd have to go rifle through your home and go through and grab computers, phones, and things like that. So you can think about what you want to do. I'm going to get a form. Do you think you'd give us consent, or? Okay. So, you'd give us the consent to go over to your house to grab computers, laptops, anything like that. Okay. Is that your phone? Okay. Is there anything on the phone right now? Has there ever been anything on the phone? Well, how you been talking to these folks? Through your phone. Okay. Are there computers, laptops at home and things like that? Okay. Is that in here or is that at home? Yeah, okay. How old are your children, if you don't mind? All right, just a second, okay? And I'm going to hang on to that while it's in airplane mode right now, okay? And I have a detective coming to make the scene to speak with you.
I think my attorney's calling me. I don't know the protocols.
Okay, just put your phone in airplane mode, and then we'll worry about that in a little bit, okay? Who's your attorney? Is he local? Is it in airplane mode?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you turn the screen back on? I'm gonna take this and then I'll be right back, okay? Constitutional right. You have the right to require that a search warrant be obtained prior to your search of your property. You have the right to refuse to consent to a warrantless search of your property. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before consenting to a warrantless search of your property. If you're unable to employ a lawyer, one will be appointed to assist you in deciding if you should consent to a warrantless search of your property. At this time, do you understand the rights that I have explained to you? Okay, I couldn't hear you.
Yes.
Okay. If you don't mind, I'm going to give you my pen, and it just says, do you understand your rights? You put yes or no right there, and then you would sign it. Just saying, and then I'll explain the bottom portion to you, okay? Do you have any questions thus far?
I would like to speak with it.
Okay, I'll give you my phone, and you can talk to him on that, okay?
So, but this is just understanding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. And then the next portion is what you would do is I, and then you print your name, have read to me the statement of my rights, and I understand my rights. I do not want a lawyer at this time. I'm just reading this form out loud here. I knowingly and voluntarily consent to Officers Kirby, Gephardt, Keller of the Allen County Police Department conducting a warrantless search of the following property described property, all and any electronic devices that could contain still images and or video located at okay. So what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you print your name there, okay? It's just saying that I read you that statement, okay? And then we'll go through that bottom one at the below. We won't worry about you signing it right now. See where it says I such and such? Okay, so this bottom part says, I authorize these officers to seize and remove from my property any items on my property which they deem pertinent to their investigation. I understand and know that what I am doing. No promises or threats have been made to me to cause me to consent to a warrantless search. Additionally, no pressure or coercion of any kind has been used against me to cause me to consent to a warrantless search. My consent to a warrantless search of my property, freely and voluntarily given, is given with the specific knowledge that I have constitutional right to refuse to consent to a warrantless search and to discuss my decision with my lawyer prior to consenting to a warrantless search of my property. You understand where it kind of read to you there? Okay. What would you like to do at this time, sir?
I would like to.
Before we talk about it, because you kind of gave me verbal consent about searching your house. Have you revoked that at this time?
Well, there's nothing to hide, but I just would appreciate it.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay. Do you know their phone number? Okay. Is there a number that can Google? They looked up? Is he local? Is he by himself or with a firm?
What have you used him for before? Like, what kind of law matter? Is it just a friend of yours, or? Okay, so I'm asking because I would like, it'll help us narrow down how we can find his phone number. Like, is he a civil attorney? Is he a criminal attorney? A tax attorney? What is it? I'm fine.
Okay. If so, I assume they talked to him over my phone?
Let me ask Keller.
Okay. Okay.
Is there any way you could kind of tell me what the process is?
Yeah. So, if you do not, it's your rights. If you do not consent to a warrantless search of your property, we'd have to file for a search warrant for your house. And with all this going on, with what evidence we have here at hand, that more than likely, and I'm not a judge, but you asked me my personal opinion, that I would say that a judge is going to consent to that. So what we'd be looking for is any kind of, whether it be children or anything illegal, such as laptop, phones, computers. We already have your phone, and I can't go through it without your permission. Okay, we'd have to file for a search warrant for your phone. It's in my car on airplane mode. I haven't touched it other than that. We would take those down with us to our station, and they would download information. I understand that. Just so you know, that I understand you told these folks here that you might have seen something that you deleted or something like that. But you know as well as I know, I don't know how good you are with computers. That stuff never deletes. So that's where that's kind of the way this is going tonight.
And so then, like, are you going to take him to jail or? Like...
I don't want to tell you yes or no exactly tonight. It just depends on what turns up in this investigation. I want to let you know that it's an allegation at this point, but what we're looking at is serious in nature.
I understand that.
Okay. And I tell you right now, and this is just me, that I'm concerned that you have other children at home. That really concerns me. Yeah. And their ages again?
11 and 7.
Would your wife be surprised about all this?
Yeah. It's going to.
Okay. What do you do for a living? You're an insurance salesperson? Or is that how you say it? Like a broker, or like with State Farm, or?
No, with my family owns the agency.
Okay. Well, as soon as we figure it out, I'll let you know, okay? Just stay seated, okay?
You want me to hold it? Yeah. All right, now shut it off.
Gun night or anything like that.
Wait for around. Cigarettes?
Oh, look.
What is what I see right now?
Oh, the cops doing their job? Yeah, I am filming it. Oh, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let's say we need to start an off.
Oh.
All right, guys, be sure to join up on locals in the pinned comment. Really helps us out. We do travel the most and catch the sickest. I anticipate he's going to get arrested, if not tonight, by the time this video drops. So head on over there, 2 locals, pinned comment, 60 videos, early and uncensored. And you're helping to support the team that travels the most and catches the sickest. We're over 17 hours from home right now, so join up. Tons of catches on there. So, yeah, pinned comment.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? So consider joining our locals. If you like the fact that we catch predators nationwide, it's not possible without you joining our locals. On locals, you get to see over 20 catches early, completely uncensored. You get to see live predator confrontations as they happen, and you get to support the movement that has an arrest in 43 different states and convictions in 24. We do travel the most and catch the sickest. It's only $7 a month. You get more early content than Rumble. We do big content dumps every single month on locals, and can't do this without you guys. Consider joining locals.